to my YouTube channel Boroti's tutorial. I am your Boroti. Here, in previous videos we are read about the numbers as well as the place value table. Okay. Now we are reading about what continuation of that place value table will be number line. So how to write the numbers in number line? Okay, in number line how to write the numbers? Okay, by use a line. In that only we will plot the numbers. And also we will also read in this chapter mainly about how to plot the number line as well as how to represent the numbers as well on the number line. Okay, as well as the main thing we will read here is also preceding number as well as the succeeding number. It's nothing but the before number and the after number. We'll tell you about them. Okay, and even we'll also read about the bigger number, smaller number as well as the equal numbers. Okay, and as well as we'll also read about the ascending order and the descending order. Okay, both we'll read here. Before this video, if you still not subscribe our channel, so please go and subscribe our channel and click the bell icon to get the notification when we upload new videos. Okay, so without wasting the time, we'll start. So now to write the number line, first we'll take a line. Okay, in this line, what we'll do to write both the positive numbers as well as the negative numbers. That's why what we will do. We will plot 0 in the middle. Okay, take both the positive numbers as well as the negative numbers. That's why what we take 0 in the middle. Okay, here the number 0 is there. Okay, the number 0 is here. Now to represent the positive numbers are always right side of the 0. Okay, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It goes on continuously. Okay, it doesn't have any end. Okay, as number will have any end, no end. Okay, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, it goes on. Here also it will be like that only. It will be -1 because the numbers which are left hand side of the zeros are the negative numbers. See, once again, the numbers which are the right hand side of the numbers, the right hand side of the 0, okay, are the positive numbers. The numbers which are left hand side of the zeros are the negative numbers. Okay, like -1, -2, -3, -4, like this. Okay, it goes on continuously like -5, -6. Okay, this is nothing but the number line, and to represent the numbers on the number line. Okay, and now we don't written here the +1, +2, the +3 numbers will be there. No, here these are nothing but the positive values, but here we can put the plus sign or we cannot put the plus sign. Okay, it depends upon us. Doesn't have worry about, because if you written a numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever, if there is no sign, then it's nothing but the plus sign is already there. Okay, but for minus signs, for the negative values, you have to put the minus sign also. Okay, this is about the number line. And here we also plot some of the numbers also. If they ask you to plot the number 6 in the number line, after putting the number line, you can plot this 6. If they ask you for 10, then what you will do? If they ask you for 10, then you have to extend the number line, or you have to remove these number lines written here. Right there. Okay. So here, because we don't want negative values here, because what we are plotting the number, positive number 10. Okay, that's why we don't need negative values. That's why we can take 0 here also. Don't worry about that one. Okay. Then we can write 1 here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then we can make 10 here. Okay, now we represented the 10 number on the number line. Okay, that like that only you have to represent the numbers. Okay, and the number line will not end anywhere. Okay, it will be in positive direction and it will be in the negative direction. Okay, and always all the positive values are right hand side. Right hand side is wrong. Okay, RHS, right hand side of 0, and the negative values will be LHS, left hand side of 0. We will take here some of the examples also. Even -1, -2, -3. Okay, we can take this also, as these are all what? Now these -1, -2, -3 are nothing but what? These are the negative numbers which comes under left hand side of the number 0. This is nothing but the number. This is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, what we'll do, we'll take here -1, -2, -3, -4, and continuously goes on. Okay, here when writing the numbers, positive numbers as well as the negative numbers, what we'll do, if you go towards the right hand side of the number line, okay, if you go towards the right hand side of the number line like this, okay, then the number goes on increasing by 1. For example, 2 is increased by 1, that's why 1 becomes 2. Okay, 1, the next one will be, next one of the number 1 will be 2, the next number will be 3, 4, because we are increasing by 1. Okay, which means in a number line, if you are going towards the right hand side, the numbers will increase. If you are coming towards the left hand side, LHS, then from the 0 or from any number, if you are coming from the left hand side towards the left hand side, the numbers will be decreased numbers, which means nothing but here 2 will be greater than 1. 3 will be greater than 2, means it will be increasing numbers will be there, okay, when you go on towards the right hand side. But when you go on towards the left hand side, then what will be there? When you go towards the left hand side, then values will decrease, which means minus 1 is greater than minus 2, minus 2 is greater than minus 3, minus 3 is greater than minus 4, like that, okay. See, always those bigger numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 will be there, no, those are all bigger than the 1, okay. Here minus 1 will be bigger than all these numbers, okay. That's why it is minus, as it is minus, that's why it will become bigger than the other numbers, okay. But here, when you going towards the right hand side, the 2, 3, 4 are all bigger than 1, okay. This is about how to know the bigger numbers and the smaller numbers as well as, okay, and how to plot them in the number line. Now we will write the preceding number and the succeeding number, okay. The next point will be, what is the meaning of preceding number is nothing but what? The number which is left to the number. You can say in a number line or anything, but with the number, for example, if you take a number line, okay, we will take number line, we will understand 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this goes on, okay. But here minus 1, minus 2, minus. Now, okay, this number is nothing but what? When you come towards the left hand side, or you can say if they given a one number, okay, then next to the left hand side of the number is nothing but the preceding number, okay. Or you can say the number which is one less than that given number, okay, is nothing but the preceding number of a given number, okay. You can say one for example, if you take an example, then you will understand what is the meaning of preceding as well as what is the meaning of succeeding number. See, here in succeeding numbers, the number which is right to the given number, okay, or the number which is one more than the given number, okay. You can say the number lines we can check. For example, if I take you have to find the preceding number as well as the succeeding number of number 4. Okay, if you want to find the preceding number as well as the succeeding number of a number 4, then what it will do? What is the preceding number I told? Preceding number is nothing but the number which is left to the given number. Which is the given number? 4. Okay, the number which is left to the given number, left hand side, or you can see the number which is decreased by 1. Okay, it's nothing but the preceding number. See, 3. Means you can even get preceding number by subtracting the given number by 1. 4 minus 1 equals to 3. It's nothing but the preceding number of 4 is 3. Now, while finding the succeeding number, we have to add it. That's all. See, 4 plus 1 equals to 5. See, 4 plus 1 equals to 5. It's nothing but what? The number which is right hand side of a given number, and the number which is 1 more than the given number. That is 4 plus 1 equals to 5. So the preceding and succeeding number. Okay. The preceding number will be 1 less than the given number, and the succeeding number will be 1 more than the given number. Whatever will be the given number will be, it will be 4 or the bigger numbers also you can take. Okay. For example, if you take we'll take another example here. Okay. This is example 1. We will take another example, example 2. If you are doing here, they ask you to find 10,000. They ask you to find the preceding and the succeeding number of 10,000. What do you do? Simply to find the preceding number, you can without number we can do, because 10,000 minus 1 will be the preceding number, which is nothing but what? 9,999. Okay. The succeeding number of 10,000 is nothing but 1 more than the given number. Okay. Or you can see the right hand side of the given number in a number line you can say. Okay. The next to the number given number. Okay. To the right hand side. But how to find the succeeding number easily? Just add by 1. Just add 10,000 to 1. This is nothing but what? 10,001. 10,001. Okay. This is nothing but the preceding number as well as succeeding number of the given number. Maybe whatever 4, 10,000, how much numbers they can give. Simply subtract that given number by 1. You will get the preceding number. If you add the given number then by 1, then the next number will be succeeding number. Okay. This is nothing but about the preceding number as well as succeeding number. We can even say for preceding number as called as before number. Okay. Preceding number before number, because it is before the given number. For example, the 3 is before the 4 number. That's why 3 becomes preceding number of 4. But here, as 5 becomes the succeeding number of 4, no, that's why we can say it as after number. Okay. So these are nothing but the preceding and succeeding numbers. First, we have to find a bigger number or a smaller number, or then those numbers are equal or not. Okay. And if the given numbers are 3 or more than 3, then we have to find biggest number. Okay. Then we have to find what? Biggest number. But and as well as here also we can find the smallest number. Okay. If 2 numbers are given, the bigger and smaller you can find. If the more than 2 numbers are given, okay, it can be 3, 4, whatever may be, you can find the biggest among them. You can find the smallest among them. I will tell you here. Okay. With example, we can take an example here. Okay. When we take an example, for example, okay, we will take many examples here. First of all, to find the biggest small number, we will find the numbers. 10,861. Okay, we are comparing these two. Okay, and the next number will be 20,000. So not 1,000, 205. We've taken 205. Okay. Now we are going to find which number is bigger and which number is smaller. Okay. Simply just before finding them, and here we have the signs like bigger sign, smaller sign, as well as the equal sign. Okay, we will understand what those signs are and how to represent those signs. Okay, I will tell you them. But before going to that one, then what they asking the question? Now in this question, what you have to write in this box? Which number is the bigger than the other number? Okay, only two numbers are there. Now what you have to do? First, while comparing, you have to compare these two numbers. Okay, which one is bigger to find them? How do you do? Because while comparing numbers, first you have to find how many digits are there of a given number. For example, how many digits are there for this given number? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. But for this number, how many digits are there? 1, 2, 3. Which means the number which is greater always if it has more number of digits. This number has more number because this has 5 number of digits. Okay. This number has 5 digits, but this number has 3 digits. That's why 10,861 will become the larger one or the bigger number than the 205. How to represent in the by using symbol? This symbol. Okay, understood? This symbol is for the bigger number. Okay, because it is the bigger number, no? Okay, if it was the bigger number, we have to represent like this. Okay, but it is as it is this for the bigger, that's why we don't put down. I'll tell you about it. Okay, this is the bigger number. Okay, this is about one of them. If you take the other example, 2,286, 2,290. Okay, if you take it like this, now how to represent how to find which number is bigger number or which number is smaller number. Okay, while finding this one, what you have to do? First you have to find the first in any number, in any given number. First you have to find which one, how many digits are there in the given number. Okay, how many digits are there? For these two numbers, how many digits are there? 4 digits are there. Here also 4 digits are there. Which means you cannot say by knowing the number of digits that which number is bigger, because both have same number of digits. That's why what we will do, we have next if both number have the same number of digits, now we have to go for the highest place value number will be there, no? Highest place value number what? This one, these two. Okay, because this will be in its place, tens place, hundreds place, thousand place. Same, you need tens, hundreds, thousands. Okay, there you have to find the highest place value. Which is the highest place value? 1000 is the highest place value. You have to check that number, 1000 numbers. Okay, here then if in highest place value, if which number is bigger, that number will be the bigger number. Okay, but here in the 10,000, the highest place value, 1000 place value, both are two only. We cannot say which number is bigger. Okay, if for example, with the condition, if it is 1, okay, if that number is 2286, if this number is 1290, then what happens? Then here, then this will be the bigger number. Why? Because both have same number of digits, but the highest place value table is nothing but 1000 place value. Here it is 2, here it is 1. That's why 2286 is bigger than 1280. That's why we can write bigger than. Okay. Now, but if it is 1, okay, now it is 2. Okay. Now what will you do? Both have same number of digits, both have the same digit in the highest place value table. What we have to compare? If both are same, then we have to compare the next higher value. Nothing but the hundreds place. Here also hundreds place. Okay. But here also in hundreds place, here also 2 is there. Here also 2 is there. We cannot say even which number is bigger. That's why we have to go for the next digit once again. Okay. We have to go for continuous like this only. Okay. Next higher number. Up to what? Up to which number is which digit is bigger at that place. That number will be the bigger. If they are same, you have to continue only like this. Now next one will be tens place. Tens place is what here? Here the tens place is 8, but then tens place is 9. Then which one is bigger? 9 is bigger than 8. That's why 2290 is bigger than the 2286. How to represent them? Like this. Because it is bigger. Don't get confusion between the signs. Okay. See, this number is bigger. That's why it is killing. See, for example, I will tell you. With an example, you can even say it is like an arrow. Okay. It's like an arrow which is killing this number. Because this is the bigger number which kills the smaller number. Okay, sure. Okay, like this only you can say even this is the bigger number, that's why it is killing this number. Okay, or you can it is beating this number because the bigger number will be always big. Okay, so now what we will do in these two numbers? Here all 3 digits have same number of digits. All two numbers are even all the place values. Okay, maybe hundreds, tens, units, everything are also same. which means see while comparing the two numbers whether they are bigger number or small number or equal numbers, while doing that one, here first what we do, we'll find the how many number of digits are there. Okay, here in these two numbers, here this also has 3 digits, this also has 3 digits. We have to find the highest place value. It is 2. Once again same. We go for the next highest place value. It is hundreds. It is tens place value. 8 same. Next at last we go for the units place value. If in units place value, which number will be the bigger, and that number will be the bigger. But in units place here also same number will be there, which means total number is equal to this same number because both are same, 286. That's why we can write in box as equal sign. Which is both have same value, no? That's why which is nothing but this value is bigger than this value. This value is bigger than that value. But here both values are same. That's why we can write equal sign. This is about the bigger number, smaller number as well as the equal number. Okay. And here we can say this is the bigger number, this is the smaller number. Here this is the bigger number. Okay. This is the smaller number. Now these two are the equal numbers. But how to find the biggest number, smallest number out of the given numbers, which will be more than 2, like 3, 4. Okay, I will tell you about that here. But now what we will read about, because we already read about bigger number as well as smaller number. Now, if the given numbers are 3 and more, then what we have to do? We have to find the biggest number and the smallest number. That's all. Okay. Alright here. The heading as the biggest and smallest number. Smallest number. How to find the biggest and the smallest number here out of the given numbers, and the given numbers will be more than 2 numbers, okay, like 3 numbers, 4 numbers will be there. For example, we'll take here. They ask you to find out the biggest and the smallest numbers between 10, 12, 14. We'll take small numbers here, okay, just to understand that. Then you can go for bigger numbers also even. This is the example number 1. Here, first we have to compare all of them because we want the biggest among them. Out of them, we want the biggest number. Okay, we want the eldest brother among all the brothers. Is nothing but the biggest one. We want the youngest brother among all the ones. Is nothing but the smallest number. Okay, middle number will be the middle only in terms of 3 numbers. In terms of 4 numbers, 2 middle numbers will be there. Like that it goes on. Okay. Now, while finding the biggest number, before that, all numbers are same number of digits once again, because we have to find once again to find the bigger number. We have to find how many digits are there of a given number. All have 2 digits. That's why now we go for the tens place because it is only the highest place, not here. But in tens places all are same. Next we go for the units place, where units place is 4 is the bigger than these two. Then which becomes what? Which means that 14 is the, therefore 14 is the biggest number. 14 is the biggest number. Then which is the smallest number then? Now if we know this is the bigger number, 14 is the biggest number, out of these two will be the smallest number. Okay, which one is smallest here? Because while comparing both have same number of digits, both have same number on in tens place, but in units place 2 is bigger than 0 and 0 is smaller than 2. That's why this 10 will be smallest number. Okay, therefore 10 is the smallest number. Smallest number. Now like this you have to find out. Okay. Now this is 14 is the biggest number and the 10 is the smallest number. We can take different examples also. Then by taking different examples also I will tell you here how to find them. See, taking another example we will take here. In example 2 now. Okay, we go for the example 2. Now we will take. Now you will tell me. Okay, which is the bigger number. 20,896 and 15,891 and the last one is 13,5,201. Okay, out of these given numbers, which one is the number, the bigger number will be? Okay, out of these given numbers, first we have to find the number of digits. Okay, same once again, the same already we did before example, because it is a smaller number, but we are taking the biggest number. That's all. Okay. Now finding the biggest numbers. First we will find the how many digits are there for given number. In these 3 numbers, all have 5 digits. Okay, all have 5 digits. But when comparing these numbers, we have to compare with the highest place value. Here The highest place value will be 10,000th one. Now to find the biggest number among these numbers, what we will do? We have to find the how many digits are there. Obviously, all have 5 digits. That's why we cannot say even which number is bigger. Now what we do? We will find the highest place value. Okay, which is the highest place value here? 10,000 in all of them. And which is what are the numbers there in that place? In this place value, 2 is there. Here 1 is there. Here 3 is there. That's why we can even find. Okay, we don't have to go for other numbers. Okay, if all are same, then you have to go for other numbers. But here all are different. That's why we can say which is the biggest, which is the smallest number. Here, out of 2 and 3, 3 will be the biggest number. That's why 35,201 is the biggest number among all these three. Is the biggest number among these three. Then which is the smallest number then? Here 2 is smaller, 1 is smaller, 1 is the smaller one. That's what we do. 15,891 is the smallest number. You can even directly we can see, no, as it is very easy because the highest place only it has different digits. Okay, if all are have same common, then once you have to find the next higher place, you have to check those numbers. Then you have to check the next higher place. Okay, that is only you have to go for to find the biggest and smallest number. Now understood now? About to find a bigger number, smaller number, as well as the equal numbers also. And here, if they given 3 or more numbers, then to find the biggest number as well as the smallest numbers. Now, at last, the last topic will go for about ascending order and descending order. Okay, where I will tell you about it. They are very easy one. Ascending order, nothing but if they given like this only 3 numbers, 4 numbers, 5 numbers will give. If the numbers you have to write from small to big, is nothing but the ascending order. If you return them by from big to small, okay, is nothing but the descending order. I will tell you about it. Now first we go for the ascending order, then we go for the descending order. Okay. First we go for the ascending order. Okay. Ascending order. See, ascending order means what? You have to find the numbers. They will give some of the numbers. Okay. Then you have to find numbers which one is smaller, which one is bigger, which one is middle, everything. Okay. Then you have to write the ascending order in terms of ascending order. It's nothing but we can even say it as small to big. Means first we have to write the very smallest number, then the next number, the next bigger number, then the next bigger number, then the next bigger number. At last it will be the biggest number. Okay, that is nothing but this small to big. If you turn for small to big, it is nothing but the ascending order. We'll tell you by taking an example here. First we will take one small value, small numbers. Then we can go for the bigger numbers also in example 2. Okay, here if they return 2, 5, 8. 15, 28. Okay. Out of these numbers, they ask you to find the ascending order. You have to make it in ascending order. Okay. We will take some of the numbers also. 16. Once again 8. Okay. Now these numbers will be there. The same number comes once again. So we will take the other number as 9. Okay. Out of these numbers, you have to make it ascending order in terms of ascending order. Now, first before these things, first you have to find which number is very smallest number. Okay, very smallest number. And out of these all numbers, which one is the very smallest number? 2 is the smallest one among all those. Okay, see, because it is only one digit number. Out of the one digit numbers, 9, 8, 5, 2 are there. And the 2 is the smallest number. No? That's why we can take first 2 while writing in ascending order. We'll write here ascending order. While writing ascending order, first you will write the smaller, because the way I told now, but in the ascending order you have to write from small to big. That's why first we will write the smaller number as 5. Then once you go for single digit only, because first we will find the smaller numbers. No, that's why the next number will be more than 2, bigger than 2, but which is the smaller than among all of them except 2. Okay. Then here except 2, these numbers will be remain. Okay, because we already written 2. We should not repeat once again the same number. That's why what we will do, out of these given numbers, the single digit numbers are 5 and 9, because single digit numbers are smaller than the 2 digit numbers, as the 2 digit numbers are the smaller than 3 digit numbers, as the 3 digit numbers are the smaller than the 4 digit numbers, like that it goes on. Okay, but here these 3 are the single digit numbers. Which is the smallest one among those? 5 and 9. 5 comes very most left hand side in the number line. As 5 is the less than the 8 and 9. That's why we can write the next number is 5. 2 is next we go for 5, then we go for the next number will be, we can take 8, then 9. Then after that, now these 3 remain. Okay, out of these 3, all have same once again 2 digit numbers only, but out of them first you have to compare of tens digit. Okay, which 10s digit you have to compare? Here it is 1, here it is 1, here it is 2. But what we want? We want the smallest among those, among these 3. Because what we are writing from small to big we are writing, no? That's why we want the smallest among these 3. Okay. But this next number will be always bigger than these all 4. Okay, that is common. Okay, we already done these all 4, no? Just we will compare out of these 3. See, as 28 is bigger than 15 and 16, we cannot take that one. So out of the 15 and 16, 15 is the smaller, because we have to compare in units place, no? In tens place both are same. In units place 5 is smaller than 16, 6. That's why 15 is the smaller number among these 3. Out of all the numbers, 15 is comes here, which is greater than the 2, 5, 8, 9, because we are reading small to big. Once again, don't confusion. Okay, this is the ascending order, small to big. Small to big, 2, 5, 8, 9. Okay, it's like a ascending order, small to big. Okay, like steps you can say. 15. Then the next number will be common, 6 digits, and the last number will be the highest value is 28. Here, out of these numbers, the smallest one is 2, the highest one is 28, and we return this in ascending order from small to big. Now this is nothing but ascending order. We can take even different examples, large numbers also. The same thing will come there. Okay. Another example, because as they are very small numbers, so that's why we can take some larger numbers and we can find very easily even, and we can you will understand and whichever numbers will be came in examination or anywhere, you can find them easily. Okay. See, if I taken 10,891, comma 22, comma. Okay, there we can take different numbers by using space between them. There will be confusion. That's why. Next one will be 25,201 or 9. Then will be next will be 35,296. Out of these 3, okay, what we have to find? The smaller number, because we are reading small to big. First will be the smallest one, then the middle number, then the largest one, because only 3 numbers are there. Okay, that's what we do. All have once again all numbers have 5 digits only. That's what we do. We will find we will check the highest place value. Which is the highest place value? 10,000 place, 10,000 one. That's why in that one, which is the smallest one? 1 out of the 1, 2, 3. 1 is the smallest one. That's why we will write that one first. Because it is in ascending order, small to big. Once again, don't get confusion. 10,891 will be the very smaller number. The next number will be 25,209. Okay. The next number will be 20,209. Okay, because this is the smallest number, no? Then next number out of 2 and 3 will be 2 is a smaller number. That's why we will write that one. Okay, it is the middle number, you can say. The next number will be the highest value, 35,296. Okay, now understood? This is in terms of we will take commas also in between them, because to represent the ascending order we will take commas, because only you can understand that commas only differentiate those numbers in the different parts. Okay, so this is nothing. The ascending order we can write any numbers if they given. Just we have to take then out of them how many numbers are you to take it, and we have to find which is the smallest number. Then leaving that the first number what we written now, the next numbers will be remaining. Out of them which is the smallest number. The next number out of them which is the smallest number. Then we have to go for the first number. Always the first number will be the smallest and the last number will be the largest one. The middle numbers are middle only. It is nothing but the ascending order. Okay, it's nothing but the small to big. Now we go for descending order. What is the meaning of descending order? Opposite of this thing, converse. Nothing but big to small. First we learn the biggest number, then the biggest number except the first number. Okay, first biggest one. Next we have to go for up to smallest number. Okay, from big to small. It's nothing but the descending order. I will tell you about that. Okay, we already learned about ascending order, no? Ascending order. Now it is descending order. Okay, in descending order, the number should be written from big to small. Okay, we are taking small example. I will tell you here. But directly we can take the largest example, because both the same. That's why we will take some middle numbers, then we will understand. But only one example only you can understand, because it is reverse of the ascending order. Okay, that's the ascending order. Where we return from big to small, small to big. No, now we will write big to small. That's all. If you reverse that, we have written now only those numbers. If we reverse those numbers, if you return one by one continuously from left to right, from right to left, if you return, okay, then that will become descending order only. Okay, I will tell you here with example. 205, 1286, 25,096 and 51. Okay. Out of these, we'll take another example also as 80. Out of these 5 numbers, we have to write what? In descending order. We have to write this in terms of descending order. While writing in descending order, what we will do? I also normally told now, we have to write from big to small. Which is the biggest number then among these one? First we write the how many digits are there for the given number. Here 3 digits are there, 4 digits, 5 digits, 2 digits and 2 digits. Out of these, which number has the highest number of digits? 25,096 has 5 digits. That's why it will be the bigger number, which is nothing but the biggest among all of them. 25,096. Okay. Now this is the biggest number. Next, what we go for the next number? Now we have to find one. Now what we have to do? Leaving this number, we have to find other numbers will be there. Other 4 numbers are there. No? We have to find out of them which is the bigger number. Okay. Here out of them, 1 to 1,486 has the 4 digits. That's why it will be the bigger number among all those. Except 25,096. Don't get confusion. Okay. So next number will be 1,896. Okay. Okay. We'll put the commas in between them, okay, to understand them. The next number will be, now 205 has 3 digits. That's why 205 will be the bigger number. Okay. Among 205, 51, 80. Not among all of those. Okay. Now because it is becoming big to small, no? It is becoming from biggest to smallest we are going for. But there in ascending order, we gone from smallest to biggest. Okay. That's why. Now out of these numbers, 51 and 80, which is the biggest number here? Both are same number of digits, 2 number of digits here. While comparing in tens digits, it is 8, it is 5. Then which one is the bigger in tens place? As 8 is the bigger number 5, that's why we can write. We have to write 80. Among them, 8 is the bigger number, and the last one will be the smallest one. The remaining one you can say, which is 51. Out of these, this is nothing but the descending order from big to small, and the first one will be the biggest number, and the last one will be the smallest number. This is nothing but the descending order. Understood now? Now that's why this ends this topic. Here in this number line, we also read about what is the number line, how to represent the numbers in the number line. Okay, as well as even we read about ascending order, descending order also. Now only we also read about the preceding one, succeeding numbers, that is before and after number, as well as the bigger number, biggest number, smaller number, smallest number, equal numbers. Okay, but among them, and even here in this one, while reading all these number lines through the descending order, ascending order, we mainly compared with the place value tables here. No, see, out of these numbers, it is the biggest number because it has 5 digits, which means it has the highest place value, 10,000. Okay, which means you need to understand the place value tables. Okay, that's why even I made a video on that place value table. So even I shared in description. So please go and watch it. And this is the last part of this number line. If you really like this video, please share the video. Please subscribe the video. Please click the bell icon to get the notification. Okay. Thank you.